Welcome back.
The Fade In.
The Fade In. I'm Nick. That's Tim.
Yep.
We are broadcasting from the eastern coast seaboard of the United States. Something like that.
Pretty close, yeah.
It's a good day, man. It's a good day to be alive. Nice weather. We are not, I don't want to say it's subjected to the cold yet. Not too bad, anyhow. Nights are getting a little colder here.
Yeah, there's been a couple really chilly ones, but...
If you're in a colder place, we feel for you. And if you're not, we're jealous. Envious. We want your weather. Anyhow, let's go. Let's shill it, even though we got the auto shill. antisocialexperience.com is the website. Same name on Facebook. Same name on YouTube, Antisocial Experience. There used to be a podcast there, and for when it was like that, apologies. I want to try and get it all together under one house, one roof, one place. Anyway, we'll use the sun and the earth today. No moon. I don't have a moon rotating.
That'd be sweet.
You can't have it all, man. I mean, we could. It would take some doing. I'll get it eventually. Not saying I'm God or nothing like that. I'm not going to create the whole heavens, but I can at least create something. All right. Looks like we're firing on most channels. Did you share that out?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. I always get to it at a later point just because too much going on. And
right.
You want to start this off today?
Sure, man. So you hear about you've heard about the vaping related illnesses, right?
Somewhat. I haven't been following it closely because honestly, it's all bad. I don't know how much of it is just, you know what I mean? How much of it's just whatever going on with it or just BS. And that, I mean, I know there's diseases related to smoking.
Yeah.
And I figured there's got to be something coming down the road because when they debuted like the original e-cigarette in 2000 whatever, they're like it was so safe and and it's like, well, how do you know? Like, what kind of testing have you done? Can you compare a week, a month, even a year of testing to
that's
how many years of tobacco products?
true.
Do you know what I mean?
It has been around for about 15 years, right?
Well, yeah, this was back in I'm going to say early to mid 2000s when and I'm saying they're saying it was completely safe then.
Yeah, but that's the thing. The numbers are really low too compared to how many people, but
right. But what are they saying disease wise? What is there?
Well, the one I read today said that only 16% of people report using nicotine.
Right.
So
how much?
16%.
I think a lot more people than that smoke.
Yeah. Well, no, that have the lung illnesses.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they think it's related to THC cartridges, but off the street ones. Vitamin E oil.
What do you mean off the street?
Yeah, illicit. You know what I mean?
Like you can go buy your own black market.
People are making them. Yeah. Yeah.
And that's where the disease is coming from?
Yeah, but vitamin E, when you vape it, turns to acetone.
Right.
There's a whole,
a whole bunch of stuff related to,
But that's the thing. We've had VG and PG juices for 15 years.
Right.
And
now this stuff's happening with other stuff.
Yeah.
I would say if you, okay, vaping, I would, and even smoking. I'm going to say you probably don't need to know them. The saying or whatever, and know who cooked your food. Or what. I mean, not really, but know where you are getting your vaping products from, your juice, or your I would not go buy a pack of cigarettes from some random, something I've never heard of before that in a back alley or or in some little corner store. No way. You know what they put in, how much stuff they put in them now? I'm not gonna, no.
Then roll the dice with other stuff.
Roll it, who made these? That guy that hangs out with the surfer down at, no, I don't want them, sorry.
Yeah.
I would say that's part of the problem. If people are getting disease, and that's exclusively or the majority of where it's coming from.
Well, I don't know. This is just going So if only 16% of people are reporting
Right.
using nicotine, yeah, and like that number could be fudged because people don't want to admit to using THC either. So,
Right. Yeah, I could see that happening. So I would say well, with any poll, are the numbers accurate? I would say no.
With this one, they're asking patients though. So
Patients of
the people who have the lung illness.
so they're only asking
Yeah.
people that were admitted or people dealing with said.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like who are they polling? The people who are sick.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty good number, but people don't want to admit to using THC.
Which would bring it down lower than
Way lower.
Way lower. So I think because it is like reported in like 40 some states,
Right.
but like shipping stuff with the internet,
Yeah.
it could just be tainted stuff from like one area that got loose.
Well, that's another thing too. There was, despite how this sounds, I'm not promoting bath salts or any of that whole thing. But even when that was happening, there were good and bad, and there's been other instances of it, like good and bad as far as like the legal weed goes. Was any of it good? 100%? No. But there were, what was one? Didn't some dude was like flipping out in Florida? Another Florida man?
Yeah.
And-
The zombie face guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And wasn't that like bath salt drug related?
Yeah.
And it's like every time they would ban that, the DEA, FDA, and whoever else banned it,
They changed the molecule one little bit.
they would change the formula just slightly and start selling it all over again. And it got so far from the original of what it was. Yeah. I don't know. I would say it was stuff being made like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And stuff being made in little basement or backroom laboratories. No.
Well,
No. Don't buy that.
Yeah.
Just don't buy it. It's not going to be, I don't think it's going to be good at all. How could it be?
Like a classic example too, like the liquor store or moonshine. One might make you go blind.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Can you buy moonshine at our liquor store?
They have like higher proof, like stuff that's pretty close. You know what I mean? But
Right. Now, if you go buy that and drink it, are you going to go blind?
probably not. But I mean, you drink enough of it, who knows?
Right,
Yeah.
right. Not saying you couldn't. But now, if you just buy one little jar from the guy in the overalls that are wholly and worn out,
If it's
passing through in a classic like Model A, Model T car,
if it was made wrong, yeah.
right,
Yeah.
you're probably going to go blind for a
Yeah.
while. Or permanent. Is there any permanent blindness? Yeah. So, I guess, what's the moral of that story? Know your source?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's self-explanatory as far as I buy juice. Like, I'm not promoting
yeah.
any brand or any names or who it is, but I buy it, and from a smaller store. That's fine too. But it's not like not something. If it's not something that's available a lot of places, I wouldn't buy it. I wouldn't buy it if it was like a one-off brand. Like, I got to go here to get this, and this is the only place you can get it.
Yeah.
Why is it only available here? Oh, I know the guy that makes this. This shit's great.
yeah.
No. Nope. I have no faith in stuff like that. One such other case, need we bring it up again? There's somebody promoting fermented cabbage salt water
Oh yeah.
that cures virtually every jelly juice. Okay,
Oh.
that's
Have you've heard about like the people that like drive around in like just a truck or a van and just sell meat, right?
yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we actually have some that stop here,
Yeah,
but they're not the ones you're talking of. Like,
Yeah,
it's
not
an
the-
actual company.
okay, yeah,
Like, they're actual meat men.
yeah.
You can get a business card. You can call back and talk to somebody. Like,
Okay,
it's a legit company. It's not like just guys driving around selling it.
I've seen those ones. Yeah, those are the ones I'm talking about.
Yeah, they're a little sketchy, man. Where's that meat from?
I don't know,
What
man.
dumpster did you pull that out of and refreeze it?
Yep.
You know. Okay, so is that the only thing, the illness with the lungs, like the or lung disease?
Well, it's kind of getting blown up though too, into like
blown out of proportion.
into like just banning all vaping. You know what I mean?
So coming from that,
Or at least like what I've seen so far is banning the. Well, no, some people are just pulling out and not selling it at all. But
like any products
I think
for vaping.
I've seen a couple, but the majority of what I've seen though is them like trying to ban like the fruity flavored ones.
Fruity?
Yeah,
Why?
kids. It's more enticing.
Yeah,
I mean, I can, but they shouldn't be doing it anyway. And I can see the argument, but
yeah, the argument is definitely there, but
you're not supposed to sell them to kids anyway.
yeah, don't sell it to kids.
Yeah.
You know, like I see kids with cigarettes, with snuff, with even chewing tobacco, alcohol.
Oh, it was way more common when we were younger too.
Yeah, like
kids using tobacco products was.
I think I and it wasn't legally. You know what I mean? I'm not going to dox the store that did it, but I think I bought my first pack of cigarettes with my own money from my hand to the clerks at like 13 or 14, and just because I decided to try it, and they didn't card me. It's like, here, not like openly like, oh, I know you're 13. Here's like, they just didn't happen to card me. Yeah, I hope a lot of good products aren't lost, and you know what I mean, or aren't. It seems like they're trying to paint with a real broad strokes, a real wide brush.
Yeah.
If they're banning all this stuff, you know what I mean. So, what's that? What else? I want to get over these other couple topics so we're not running up against the clock
the
today.
bagel update.
So I sent you a picture of this.
Yeah.
I was looking forward to seeing this.
I didn't really look at the article. I just kind of read the headline.
I hope
quick.
I don't get bombed with an ad. If I do, I will pause the video immediately. People always know that.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and pull this up. And I don't think we have to worry about if we show like a certain site and show their article. I don't think we have to worry about copyright because we're using it in fair use.
Yeah.
We're not republishing their stuff to like, you know what I mean? We're doing commentary on it. That shit's going to be banned soon, son. What are you doing?
Get it now, man.
Is it fruity?
It is. It's sour watermelon. Yeah.
Pass it over. No.
No, you have. What are you talking? You have a vapor. Yeah, you just held up juice.
It's right beside me.
Yeah. I just learned there's a live streaming platform for vapors today.
Right?
Yeah.
What was that? Vapors TV?
Yeah, Vapors TV.
I want to check that out and see what's going on. Vapors TV. It's 2019, man.
Yeah.
All right, so give me a second here, people. I will pull this up. We're going to Bing it over here.
Always with the Bing.
I'm actually I have been a huge proponent of slamming Bing and promoting Google ever since Google came
But now
out.
you want to make Bing the thing.
Bing is the thing, for me at least. Like, you don't get all the search results with Google. I've been switching over to Bing lately, and they don't.
They don't like prioritize stuff and.
Yeah, excuse me, there, people.
Does Google prioritize like you can bump up in the searches, right?
Right,
Yeah.
but they're showing you search results based on your metadata that they mine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and exclude others based on that same data. So let's see if this pulls up accurately. Indeed it does. We'll switch to our browser source for a moment while we wait on the internet. So Lenny Dykstra backs out of the boxing match with Bagel Boss guy Chris Morgan. The Bagel Boss intimidated Lenny Dykstra.
Yeah, doesn't want none of that.
No, maybe there's more
man.
to it, but I'm just going to say Dykstra's scared.
Yeah.
Do you think? Could that be it? We'll switch back here. Anybody, you can look that up. You can find it on Huffington Post, or maybe, I don't know.
That was New York
Not
Post.
HuffPost, NY Post, and there's probably a few other places. As far as I know, I'm not saying we're the first in the entire world to comment on this, like in a live streaming platform. But I do know, out of the shows I listen to, I haven't heard anybody comment on it. So that's awesome that I found something before they did. Yes,
Sweet.
score for us. Not
No,
that
even some of the bigger ones that I listen to, like,
Right.
we get to them like a few days ahead somehow.
yeah, sometimes
a week,
somehow,
yeah.
and they even do shows like every couple of days.
Yeah.
Some of them, or every few days. But yeah, so Dykstra backs out. Let me get over here. We'll scroll down on this. Would you back out in a fight with the Bagel Boss?
Not after you take the fight.
Not after you take
that
it.
doesn't look
You
good.
you just wouldn't take it.
I don't know. I don't really fight too much, you know. I mean, Mr. Bean, obviously. But,
Right.
Other than that,
I get that.
yeah.
But let's say he's calling you out, and he does that cliche double arm reload in the call out video, like come on, you know what I mean? If he does that, you gonna back out? Is that gonna intimidate you out of even taking the fight?
I honestly water it off Duck's back, man.
Does he get any credit for the double arm reload?
I might laugh.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's dumb, some of it, but I was hoping for the entertainment value of it. That's what I really wanted to see, was just the fight go down as far as the entertainment.
Now we're missing out.
Who are you going to call winning in that one? Bagel Boss or Lenny Dykstra?
Did we ever pull up their height and weight, man?
I think Dykstra's a little... Well, that... Bagel Boss guy's tiny.
He's like what, like 5? Because we know, from the video, I think he said he's like 5.
Like 5 foot, maybe?
5'1".
Yeah, he's a tiny guy. Scheduled for Saturday in Atlantic City was nixed in a press release.
I mean, even if he's like a little shorter than average height, though, he's still got like half a foot on him, at least, you know, or more. So
the fight's not even going to be rescheduled from what it says over here.
Oh.
Okay, so the baseball legend may find himself in even more legal trouble. Boxing organizers say he's already collected a $15,000 paycheck for the fight he backed out of.
Ooh.
Get in there and beat up that angry little guy.
Now you see, if I already took the money, then I'd have to.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like he robbed us. He's a bum.
Is that the quote?
Yeah. That's somebody said in this article, saying he wants to sue to get the money back. It's a black eye in the face of celebrity boxing. Oh my! What is even going on in the world today, man? I don't. Morgan also couldn't be, so they can't immediately reach Chris Morgan, or Lenny Dykstra. All right, let's move on from that, man. That is not much of a surprise.
No.
He must have hit back.
No, that's a surprise. I didn't see it going down like that.
What? Lenny Dykstra collecting a check and pulling out?
Mm-hmm.
Pay me, psych, but I'll keep your money.
And then bam.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. I'm not saying make money by any means possible, but you can do a lot worse things. But come on, if you're going to take the money, get in there and fight.
Fight him out, yeah.
Let me see if it even says here what... Oh, I didn't mean to scroll there, people. Let me see. I'm trying to make sense out of... With the bagel, whatever he is will not be happening. Because I have a trial that's going on, and my attorneys have informed me I have a duty and an obligation to prepare for that trial. So he's got some kind of legal proceedings going on, whether he's defendant or plaintiff, defendant, whatever, or actually helping with the litigation. Doesn't really say. Hold on, focus on a legal malpractice suit he filed. So it's a suit he filed against somebody. So he has to go take care of that instead of the fight.
He needed money for the lawyers. Yeah.
Yeah. He got the money for the lawyers. Congrats for one-upping him and getting that dough. No pun intended.
Oh, yeah, I bet, yeah.
All right, man. What are these other topics we got on the table today? You brought up some good ones. I didn't even have a chance to look this week.
Elon Musk built a space shuttle.
His own?
Yeah.
And where did he build this?
I did not...
Is this like in his basement, backyard?
I think the dude owns like a facility for building a rocket.
He's got like a spare room at the Tesla building where he's building the spaceships. Sure. Why not, right?
Yeah. But no, it's an actual shuttle that's supposed to just take off like a plane and land like a plane.
And you're gonna get it to space?
Moon and Mars capable, like anywhere in the solar system capable. That's what
Wow.
Yeah.
That's gonna be pretty awesome. I'm not saying the guy's not a genius. He clearly is.
Well, with Earth's gravity, like the takeoff and land is
Right.
like barely possible.
Right.
Yeah. So
I'm dying today. Sorry, people. How did they get the space shuttle up before? They had like the actual rockets, like the
Yeah.
big rocket.
Yeah.
And then the shuttle was part of the payload. All that, it would like boosters would detach.
Yeah.
And that's how they got it up before. And this guy's got one that's gonna
take off like a plane. Move more like go up slowly horizontally, I guess, and then
if he's got that, why is the government not buying it? Because like, from what we know, what is the plane that was able to go the highest was what, the SR-71 Blackbird or whatever that thing was called, and that thing was pretty ridiculous, and it had a ceiling of what it could get to.
Yeah.
Granted, it was only designed for
Well, I guess get up there and then boost for it, like have like beefier rockets, I guess. I don't know.
that's just nuts, man.
Yeah.
I want to see that in action. Like, I'm not that I'm doubting him, because I mean, look, didn't he not? He's like the SpaceX frontman, right?
Well, yeah, that's his company, yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
and have you ever seen one of the boosters from one of them rockets come back and land? You've never seen that?
No, I don't.
Dude, you need anybody that hasn't seen it, go watch one of the SpaceX launches.
The space. I thought you meant the classic ones.
No.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I'm talking Elon, like his Falcon rockets, when they go up and the boosters fall off of it, they start falling, and then they have a thruster that, they start zooming back, and it's nuts. They land. Instead of just having to go retrieve them, they come back and land.
Wow.
Yeah, go on. There's videos everywhere, YouTube, all over the internet. It's pretty nuts stuff, and I'm not even sure I'm using the right terms. But wow, dude, I'm like super dry today, like a frog in my throat. Is that the term? Frogging?
I thought that was like you have trouble talking. But yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. I don't know. But I'm trying to think of the other terms for the rocketry. I'm pretty sure it's the boosters that come back and land.
I thought it didn't have one that like the whole thing came back and landed too now. I thought like about a year within the last year.
I think something like that. Like
Yeah.
either the whole thing or a big part of it. I'm not entirely certain. But yeah, dude, just technology. So clearly, if the guy has a company that's doing that,
Yeah, he's the guy taking a go at
a space shuttle
yeah.
that takes off like a plane and lands like a plane. I don't think I'm going to see it, but if I do, like the civilian space flight, like, oh, there's not a line like that wraps around the world 24 times waiting to take a moon ride. But maybe moon rides will happen someday
Yeah.
for your average people. I just wonder, though, what's Flat Earth going to do whenever civilian space flight actually ramps up and it's affordable?
Yeah. Then that
Do you know
it'll be
what I
done.
mean?
Well, do you think it still won't be done? You think it'll still be going?
I think if they can manage to keep their echo chambers alive and keep people coming to those exclusively to those echo chambers and giving them money, then I think yes, possibly. But I think for the most part, yeah, it's been dying, and it should be dead, but it's not, sadly.
Didn't it start kind of like a troll too?
What's that?
Didn't it start kind of like trolling?
What?
Like people were just trolling, and that's
For
what
the flat Earth?
yeah, that's what got a lot of hype.
Well, that's what the resurgence was about it.
Yeah.
But like, it's allegedly there's always been a community behind it, and it
Yeah, going back, I've seen like 100 or some years. Yeah,
just the way that people, like, I don't like the way that people represent from that side. Not saying that people from both sides of that equation represent, and I don't even have a good analogy or a good example to make right now, other than saying like they will base an argument. An argument is based largely on semantics, and the example that they happen to use, they will take part of a theory or whatever, part of it, and they'll talk about only that, but leave out the rest, saying that the first, it's so bad the way they represent stuff.
They just chop up they just chop up an argument in facts.
Give me a second here, and I'm going to give you a prime example. There's people that like to argue. Oh, what would that be called? I don't even know how to do it. I don't think that's it, but let me look it up. Let's see. No, so I can't. There's Boyle's law, but that is something completely different. That's about a given amount of gas held at a constant temperature varies inversely with the applied pressure. Anyhow, one of the big things where they're trying to say that, the Earth's flat, or from the Earth is created aspect of the thing, and like we're in a dome, is you can't have pressure without a container. Mm-hmm. No, and that's one of the big things that some people will argue. Okay, you can't have pressure without a container, but that is in smaller quantities, and that is only for that. In where they pull that, it basically they're cherry picking. I don't want to say quote mining, but they're cherry picking part of a sentence, and that sentence goes on to say that a container is not always necessary to have pressure, because we do have gas, we have air pressure. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We have air pressure, but it's a gradient that slowly gets less and less as it goes up.
Well, same with the ocean. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And then they try and talk about the ocean. They're like, container at the ocean floor and the sides. The container don't have to have a lid. And it's like, no, it's gravity, asshole. Yeah. Like, why? But anyhow, yeah, they like to do that. They'll take and pull something, and they'll falsely represent it. Like, instead of taking something that is 3 sentences, they'll focus on one part of the sentence, like the part before the first comma, excluding the part that, when dealing with gas pressure, they exclude the part saying that a container is not always necessary when dealing with larger volumes like the atmosphere. So yeah, I don't like the way they represent some of that stuff. And yeah, overall it is going to mostly echo chambers. Echo chambers and people that are doing it for the dollars.
Yeah.
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 No, man. But there are real people out there doing stuff like building space shuttles.
Yeah,
Elon
that's
Musk,
pretty
genius.
pretty sweet.
And you have one further thing, man. I think we can get into it quickly.
I can bail on that.
You gonna bail on it?
I'll bail on it. Got back into tabletop wargaming though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was that?
I played the first game. It was fun.
Pretty good?
Yeah.
Nice. How long does a game of that last?
So this one...
Now, granted, you could probably like a short match, or what is that the term? Match game?
Game. So there's 2 different ones I've been playing. There's like a smaller one that really just takes like half an hour.
All right.
So boom, you're done.
But is there something you could stretch? Is there a game you could take for days and days?
So the other game...
Like a big, long campaign?
So it's Warhammer, okay?
All right.
And then the big one is called Age of Sigmar, and you get... So a small game, I have like 20-some minis on the table, and it takes about an hour.
Whoa.
Yeah.
About an hour with 20?
And then this is in a league to where it ends at like 2,000 points.
Now, do they die, like the little minis? Like,
yeah, you roll dice. Like you use measuring tape, they have stats, and you roll dice.
And dude might defeat your dude?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
But that's the thing, the dice add like the random element.
Right.
Yeah.
And then, is there ways to get a fallen dude back?
So yeah, like depends on the army. Depends.
Yeah, like if you get a pawn across a chessboard,
You've played RPGs and like stuff like that. Like they have there are wizards and they have abilities.
Right.
And
yeah.
The one guy I have, if he's by like a unit of like infantry, he gets 1d3 plus 1 for every guy he killed with his weapon back at the end of like the morale phase.
Morale phase?
Yeah. Like
I don't understand it.
So like you have a unit of 10 guys.
You're probably not going to explain it to me.
If some of them die, they might freak out and get shook, you know what I mean, and run away.
Right.
So there's a chance you lose more of them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you have to roll, and there's like a stat called bravery, or what, there's like leadership checks, and
Now, like what you're just telling me about that, is there a standard for all tabletop games? Or is there like different games try to make their own variation on?
so there's gonna be like a few core like things. Like there's gonna be like you move, then there's a different like you move, attack, blah blah blah. Like they're competitive, like
Right, competing with each other.
yeah. But
and what is the main attraction to this game or that one? Characters,
characters,
setting, story.
Some of them might have better flow or like game mechanics. You know what I mean? Like that does play into it.
Like for example, like if you're into like the Gundam suit type robot things.
Yeah, there's one called Battle
or
Tech
like
or
ogres. Like,
yeah, there's like fantasy, or there's sci-fi fantasy, or there's
right. Okay. So
there's like, well, a lot of like people from back in the day played like historical
Warhammer.
No, historical like
No.
like you'll have Civil War.
I'm so uninformed on this.
Like Civil War, or like there's like there's one out currently that's World War II as well. So
tabletop game.
yeah,
And you get little like World War II era
Yep.
figures that you can paint and shit.
yep,
That's super cool, man.
yeah, yep.
Wow.
So-
What's that called?
Bolt Action's what the
Bolt action?
yeah, that's what the one
I'm
that's
gonna-
out right
I'm
now.
Not saying I'm going to play or
But
get into it.
There have been historical games going
check on it.
going back a while, going back years and years.
Damn.
Yeah, I say setting, because there's a Star Wars one.
So setting is the main draw.
Yeah,
All right. I just I took a look at them, but not an extended look, and not many times. And I just never, like, I saw the attraction. You get to collect them, collect your build whatever, collect it, paint them.
paint them. Yep,
That part's cool, but I'm like, beyond that, like, what do you do?
you fight them.
Right. But I never had an interest.
The small skirmish game is like usually like it's like 5 to 10 minis, and it takes place on an actual like a board game type board. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like one that folds out, and it comes with set terrain, and it gives you like little twists and like objectives.
Like, I can probably say, had I played some of the Final Fantasy games earlier, I may have actually gotten into like
Yeah.
the miniature tabletop games.
Well, I played D&D first, and like Magic.
Right, I played D&D. Never played Magic. Owned strictly D&D. A little bit when I was a kid. An older cousin would be the dungeon master, and he had played it with his friends.
So yeah,
who were older.
Imagine D&D without the story.
Right.
And instead of one guy, you get a squad or an army.
Right.
Yeah. And that's and it's just the fighting part. Pits.
I never played the early like NES Final Fantasies, and I played Final Fantasy whatever, I think Mystic Quest on Super Nintendo, and I got super into it. Didn't play very far into it, but I came up against like the first tough boss of that game, and just got slaughtered.
Yeah, no, like you have to grind and like.
Well, I didn't understand saving.
Oh.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I'm done, and never played it again. And then years later, when the OG PlayStation was out and Final Fantasy VII came out, I played that and kind of reignited that interest. And then I went back and played all the earlier ones, and then played some of the later ones. But yeah, never got into the online one. Had I played some of the early ones, I might have gotten into the whole tabletop thing more, because just the RPGs. Do you know what I mean? Like the RPG, that world, that type of game, plus the interest in Dungeons and Dragons when I was a kid. Yeah, I think it might have helped me get me into it, but I just couldn't see getting into it.
I could see people coming over too from like real-time strategy games, or like
Right.
like strategy games. I could see that too.
Anyhow, sir,
Yeah.
let's wrap it up. I'm trying to think of some words for today. If you collect that money, you're responsible for your part, right? If you're gonna go get that paycheck,
Yeah.
you got to do your part.
Yeah.
Do you think he did that? Got paid for the boxing match to pay the lawyers in the malpractice suit?
I wouldn't put it past somebody.
Come on,
I'm
man.
not necessarily. That might not necessarily be the case, but People can do stuff
So
like that.
let's play this out real quick. He gets a hold of the lawyers. They don't want to represent him because they're like, look, we really don't think you have a winning case.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's why we really don't want to represent you. Hold on, I'll get back to you guys. Goes, gets the check. All right, I got money. Here's the money.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll take your money. We'll try. We can't promise. That would be a sad story if that's the case. If a lawyer tells you, hey, I don't think you have a case. I don't think you're going to win. And you're so determined that you want to go defraud somebody else to get money to pay them. Not saying that's the case with Lenny Dykstra. I'd never, and Chris Morgan here.
Well, we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, I would never falsely represent somebody intentionally like that. But I'm just like, you know, I wanted to play it out real quick here on our show. Why did he do it? That could be a reason.
Yeah.
There could be a million more reasons, though. But hey, if you go collect that check, you probably either need to provide some kind of services, man, for what you're collecting a check for.
Yeah.
We're not celebrity enough, man, to get any boxing matches going or any type of fight.
No.
Sadly enough, or we could get some money.
Yeah.
I like money.
All right. I think we're up against the...
Yeah, we are up against the clock.
Yep.
Have yourselves a good week. Don't show them that. That's Flat Earth confirmed. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Cat out of the bag. They know now.
Cat out of the bag. Flat Earth confirmed. We found where they park the sun at night. It's right there. Hold on. It's right there behind all those icons. You see the guy there? That's where they park the sun at nighttime when you can't see it. Have a good week, people.
Later.